and that's the Red Dragon. Way back in 2010, during Minecraft's secret update number 8, Notch revealed that he would be adding dragons to the game. He would later mention dragons again during Minecraft 2010, then again on Twitter after adding the Ender Dragon in 2011, but now stating that they were going to be slightly less dangerous and could land on terrain and wouldn't destroy it. He even said this on Reddit as well. Then in 2012, Jeb confirmed in a Reddit post that he would add red dragons but was unsure how. So he then contacted the developer of the beta 1.7.3 Dragons mod and added these astonishing creatures to the game.
Oh, they look a bit dopey, the big ones, don't they? Look at them. Oh.
Just kidding. Later in 2013, Dinnerbone tweeted that the Red Dragon is shelved and not in development.
Oh.
But then, 2 months later, publicly stated that the Red Dragon will be implemented at some point.
Oh. A bit like hippos, don't they?
Sure they will. I'm starting to sense a trend here. Bundles were another feature of Minecraft 1.17, which have been indefinitely delayed. This is probably for the best though, because bundles in the state they were teased weren't going to address the issue they were added to the game to improve, which was to reduce inventory clutter, but instead would just add to the clutter, as I pointed out in my much-loved Minecraft 1.17 video years ago now. Now, not only will you have shulker boxes all over the place with a bunch of random stuff in them, but we'll also have unorganized and unsorted items within bundles, within shulker boxes as well. How fun! I honestly think that the version of bundles we saw never made it into the game, and trust me, that's a good thing. It doesn't seem like they were cancelled, however, just delayed, like archaeology. A friends list is something a lot of players have wanted for a while, and is a feature that Bedrock and even Minecraft China has. Back in 2011, Notch mentioned on his blog that a friends list would be added after beta 1.8. This wouldn't happen, surprise surprise, but throughout 2011 and 2012, there was still word that a friends list would eventually be added. But then since 2012, we got nothing. Besides the sorry excuse for a friends menu, we got in 1.16.4, which virtually nobody uses. That being said, many custom clients and even servers like my own, OG-network.net, have friends plugins or implementations to make up for it. But it still would be nice, Mojang. Come on. Arguably the most mythical mob to grace Minecraft since Herobrine, the Giant is actually one of the few features in this video that is in the game and has been for a long time. But also for a long time, it has been non-functional, as there is only one version of the game which Giants have been able to spawn naturally and without commands, and that's an unreleased developer version, known as InDev 201.00205-dev. Since then, the only way to spawn giants was through mods and later in-game commands. But that wouldn't even matter, as in 2014, during 1.8, the AI for giants was removed, rendering them virtually useless as they couldn't move or do anything. And that's what they remained like for years, until unexpectedly, in a Minecraft 1.14 snapshot released December 2018, they got a bunch of stealth changes. They were given a zombie AI, could attack players and move twice as fast as zombies, meaning they could actually outrun players now, and they could also finally burn in the sunlight. After 9 long years, it seemed giants would finally be properly implemented into Minecraft. 1 month later, in another snapshot, all those changes were reverted, and the giant once more became the big, useless, and unmoving mob it had been for the past 5 years. We haven't received any word of the giant officially from Mojang or any developers, so I think it's safe to assume that after almost 12 years, the giant may never find its place in Minecraft, and has been cancelled. Why is that though? Well, it's probably because the scale of giants makes them hard to implement in a Minecraft world, as they would likely have trouble pathfinding due to their massive hitbox. Besides that, maybe Mojang just decided they don't fit the theme of the game now that we have proper bosses. When you think of Minecraft, gravity isn't one of the first things that comes to your mind, unless you have severe gravel-induced PTSD. Fallen trees were proposed by Dinnerbone on Twitter in 2014, who attached this image. Whether trees would actually fall, or this is just a unique way they could generate, was never mentioned, but it's likely it would be the latter. Interestingly though, this is actually a feature which exists in Bedrock Edition, and fallen trees can even rarely grow from saplings. Fallen trees would be a great addition to the wild update, and would be a nice source of variation to find when exploring through forests, so it's very confusing as to why they haven't been added to Java for all this time. In a similar fashion, seasons are a cool feature of the game, which Dinnerbone mentioned he was experimenting with during 2013, and were even mentioned in Minecon during that same year. Depending on the season, there was potentially going to be varying day and night lengths, and changes in the color of tree leaves as well. But alas, it never came to be, and was seemingly cancelled. This is another feature of the game which would fit nicely into the wild update, as it would make the environment feel so much more dynamic and alive. Finally, back in 2009, Notch mentioned in a blog post they was thinking of adding spikes and they were going to be in beta 1.7. They would extend their retract as well, supposedly. These were instead replaced by sticky pistons and seemingly normal pistons. Dinnerbone would later mention on Twitter that he wanted to add spike blocks, but was unsure about how to go about it. Technically though, we do have some form of spike in the game now, being pointed dripstone, which is cool. And that's that. Want a part 2 with a bunch of other obscure planned or mentioned updates and features that never saw the light of day? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and help me get to 400k.